stadium will be sold out. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the USC Trojans taking on the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Trojans will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Cornhuskers offense will have the football first. And David, they've got a receiver that if he is able to command some extra attention, it could really help get this offense going.
Nah, you need that playmaker out wide. That guy makes the whole thing go, right? Having a guy, if you want to play man-to-man coverage, he's going to beat you. And he's shown the ability to do that sometimes for this offense. And he's a guy that has the defense's attention.
Yeah, I don't think this guy's winning the Bolitnikoff Award necessarily, but you're right, David. When he's one-on-one, he should be able to win those matchups. And based on how he's played this season, this quarterback should feel really good and really confident when he throws his way.
They're testing the right side here. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. To the air, it's Raiola. He's going for a big play downfield. Makes the catch down the right side. Finds a seam. And he's slipped on the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a scintillating big play. 83 yards on the touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Trojans offense will have its first possession of the game. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm, can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy. He's not the most talented quarterback in the country, but when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going, so it's got to be a team effort because then he can really be at his best.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Grab behind the line. It's Sanders. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big 3rd down. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few.
On a big third down, love the discipline by the defense there. We got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
The Trojans decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll go right back to him. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. Pulls and fired complete. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Punt is on its way. Secures it at the 30. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Got it in the middle. It's Lemon. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Well, he hauls that pass in. Big play for the offense. The Trojans have had such a history at this receiver position, right? You go back to Mike Williams, Keyshawn Johnson, Juju, and then Jordan Addison. There's always a playmaker on the perimeter of the field for the quarterback to take advantage of, and they've got to keep feeding this guy the football. He is dangerous.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Back to pass, it's Mayava. Fires to the tight end. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend him.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
And the Trojans are on the move. The give to the tailback. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
to work on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
So now it's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Raiola. This time it's complete. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. It was quite a burden for Dylan Raiola a year ago, viewed as the Nebraska football savior. So, Jesse, how should he approach growth and improvement in his sophomore season?
Well, I think you got to continue to grow. There were a lot of eyes on Dylan Raiola last year, and for good reason. He is unbelievably talented, but you saw the swagger that he brings to the offense and that X factor and demeanor he really brings to the team. They believe in him. They were able to win a lot of close games a season ago. I think it's not about resting on your laurels. It's about taking the next step to try and be better.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Give to the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And the Huskers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. From the gun, the ground game. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
3rd down and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the change impossible. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Still early in the game after that incompletion setting up 4th down. You are trailing, but do you want to get aggressive? Do you want to play it safe? Does this thing get out of hand? Those are all questions and factors that are swirling around this head coach's mind now.
They kick it away on 4th down. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. There's the pressure. Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
To the air on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Key. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. reached the break is Nebraska holding the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Wants to throw. It's Raiola. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
The Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20.
And guys, how many first downs is that? Just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the 3rd quarter.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. The give to the back. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. And this outing is one this junior signal caller would prefer to forget. They just haven't found it. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
The Trojans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air, it's Mayava. Fires to the right. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack, first down, just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big 3rd down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 30. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
You know, there's a lot of communication when it comes to defenses. Like, you have to talk, have to understand if somebody does this, I have to do this. I have to pass off wide receivers. Apparently, the communication was busted.
Little touch pass to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I like like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
To the ground with the back. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Oh, he's got some space. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Trojans. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And how about the OC slipping in the screen pass? Try to mix it up, slow down that pass rush, let it come up the field a little bit, get it to your running back, let him do the rest. Nice blocking, nice play call to throw in the screen to change it up a little bit and get the big touchdown.
PAT unit on the field. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it, and it's been that way all day.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Looking to throw, it's Raiola. He's got the tight end. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
As a quarterback, that's why I love the slant throw, because it can work 3rd and short. It can also work 3rd and medium. By the time the receiver catches that ball, he's by the sticks. It's a great play to go out and execute against a lot of different defenses and a lot of different down distances.
The give to the back. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Spins away from the defender. Great reaction by this defense. Immediately on the catch, swarming to the ball.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
The Cornhuskers come to the ball, trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the 1st. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
And the Huskers send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. a catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. Looking to fire. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes a catch at the 15. Touchdown, Trojans. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Barney. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
That's caught. It's Bonner. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Looking to pass. It's Rayola. Caught over the middle. It's Key. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, back to the Sea of Red and our guys at Memorial Stadium.
The Huskers will kick it away to start the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They dug themselves out of a 14-0 hole, and now a chance to take the lead on this drive.
And they tried to run that sweep out route. I like going to the wide side of the field, getting somebody the ball that can really, really run. Just got to block it up a little better. Give him a chance to at least get that edge, and then he might be able to do some more damage.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own. There he goes. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next third down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
Dropping back, it's Mayava. Rushes on him. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Tie game here early in the second half, and offensively you're hoping to get something going, but after that incompletion, it kind of kills all of your momentum. This quarterback is really going to have to lock in here for the rest of this game if they're going to win.
And the Trojans will punt it away on fourth down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. It's Barney. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. They'll try it over the left side. Slithers into space. Turning it on. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal.
I think one of the hardest places to move the football in the field is right outside that fringe area. Now the offense gets to skip that area because it was a great job by this running back making something happen, getting the ball all the way down the field, now set up on first and goal.
With the run on first and goal. Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Husker! And that one will give them the lead.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Just a short pass to the tight end. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Looking back to last year, the Trojans made a mid-season quarterback change. You might expect that, trying to live up to what Caleb Williams was able to do, but Jaden Mayava certainly finished strong, Jesse.
Yeah, the UNLV transfer looked really, really good, especially at the end of the year. And you know with Lincoln Riley, one of the great QB whisperers in recent college football memory, if you're locked in and you're playing...
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Just making life miserable for opposing quarterbacks the way Trev Alberts always did.
Yeah, just finding a guy that can sniff out the quarterback and kind of feel it, have those instincts. You could tell he saw it, went and got it, just like your boy Trev Alberts, Reese.
The Trojans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lemon. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. Catch in the middle, it's Lemon. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Off play action. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He'll need to loosen up that arm. Catch in the middle. It's Lane. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. Pulls it in. It's Lemon. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. This crowd knows when to bring it. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Throws toward the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. And you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
And it slips just inside that right upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Fielded in the end zone. It's Barney. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the tight end. You know, we joked that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them coming.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop them.
Breaks into the open. ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Nice move to pick up yardage. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. After swapping into the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, the thing about the jet sweep is oftentimes it gets the defense confused. They can't find the ball, but not that time. Great job of eye discipline defensively, finding who had the ball, and then using their speed to get there to make a nice tackle.
They're dealing with a second and long. Off the play fake. Caught behind the line. It's Johnson. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And that's what the running game can do for an offense. You run the football, you have some success. Then what do? You stick the ball out there, you pull it back, you run some play action, you complete the football, get a first down. Nice balance by this offense.
The Cornhuskers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. The option look. The pitch. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking we're going to use our speed to our advantage and we're just going to outflank you easily and pick up this first down on 3rd and short. But how about the defense? Everybody's staying home. You saw the speed and their ability to get outside and get a stop, now setting up 4th down.
And you couldn't ask for much more than that. A perfectly placed punt pins them inside the 5. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. That hole closed quickly. He'll get 1 out to the 6.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Got it behind the line. It's Jordan. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide. And a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
To throw, it's Mayava. Here comes the heat. And down he goes back to the 3.
This is a tough part of the field. You You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
And the Trojans will send out the punt unit. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They try to get it outside on the left. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Hunter. Bounced off his feet.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
And the Huskers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the big fella. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the 4th quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
The Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. Finds his man. It's Hunter. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Oh, he's got some space. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Really nice job by the running back here in the 4th quarter, picking up that 1st down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot late in the game. They need him to play his best football at a moment in the game when everything is on the line.
Hauls it in. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
2nd and goal, and the defense was not fooled. It looked like they knew exactly when that guy came in motion across the formation. They said he's getting the football. They played uphill, get the tackle for a loss, and force a 3rd down and goal situation.
Wide out trying to get it in. He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone.
And I like what this offense did, man. They stayed aggressive. They were trying to get the 1st down through the air. But here's the good thing now. You punt the football away. You trust your defense. You got the lead late in this football game. One more stop, and there's a good chance you get the double.
Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. That gives them now a 7-point lead here in the final period. So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Fires to the big fella. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. It's caught. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. And I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
Yeah, that 2-minute drill, man, you're searching for those 1st downs. You got to find them. Sometimes it's a run, sometimes it's a screen. Whatever it is, they choose to run the football here. Still time, but we're still in that hurry-up situation.
The Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield. It's Lemon. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this defense is all over the quick game right now. They're up a possession, and they're tackling and they're pursuing the football. Nice play on that one.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Grabbed in the middle, it's Lemon. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
Trailing by a touchdown, this 4th down opportunity is gargantuan. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some 1st downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Complete with conviction on the crosser. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 1st down.
Not a lot the defense can do on that one, guys. With this tight end size, he's really difficult to defend on these crossing patterns as he gets downfield.
And the Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. Gotta find a completion on this one. The short hands, it's Sanders. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here.